Hello, Taurus. Welcome. Hope everyone is doing well. All right, let's get started with your oracles. Messages for Taurus. You have boundaries. It's in the reverse. It says boundaries are blurred or being overstepped, leaving you feeling overwhelmed or drained. It's time to reinforce your limits. On the bottom is creativity. Your creativity is flourishing, allowing you to bring new ideas and perspectives to all areas of your life. Now let's get the graffiti cards. We're going to get 3 of these. Messages for Taurus. Have growth mindset, unlimited abilities, changeable and adaptable. Third eye, alignment, awakening, aware, revelations, going through portals. And leech, clout chaser, seeks fame, after own self-interest, poser, fawning to get one's way, and suck up. The bottom is non-player character, controlled, can't be yourself, involuntarily controlled. This is talking about awakening to something, revelations, growth in regards to someone who's being a leech. Let's get some more. We're going to get the Twisted Oracle. We're going to get 3 of these for more context. Messages for Taurus. There's illumination, truth, discovery, awakening. So you had awakening twice already. Praying, faith, healing, meditation. That's similar to that growth. In my way, selfish, stubborn, arrogant, pride and ego. On the bottom is on the DL, bisexual, unsure of sexuality, in the closet, and secrets. This is about changing a mindset on something or someone. We're going to have to get into the tarot to see what's going on here. So let's get started with the overall energy. Tell me about the overall energy for Taurus. Nine of Wands in reverse. Five of Cups in reverse. And Queen of Cups in reverse. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Taking a leadership role. This seems to me like a situation where someone's like changing some sort of beliefs or changing their perception on something, not having regret about giving up on something. It's indicating like someone has had a realization or an awakening that I no longer want to have this way of being. This is some kind of epiphany or aha moment. Tell me about the Nine of Wands in reverse, Five of Cups in reverse, Queen of Cups in reverse, Knight of Swords, Death in reverse, and Four of Coin. This could be a situation where someone is choosing. This feels a bit like taking a stand. This could be about someone's boundaries being run over. Tell me about the Knight of Swords, Death in Reverse, Four of Coin, Knight of Cups, Knight of Wands in reverse, and the King of Coin. This could be a situation where this feels to me like a person, like someone's dealing with another person in particular. And I feel like someone is changing their perception on someone else. And it feels to me like this is talking about whoever's dealing with this, someone they're dealing with is overstepping their boundaries. And it's like someone's the one dealing with this is allowing this to happen, allowing their boundaries to be overstepped and being like, that's okay. That's how it was previous. And I feel like there's some sort of awakening or realization here that it feels to me almost like the one dealing with this was putting the other on some kind of pedestal. And the realization to me feels like I don't have to do this, or this person isn't any better than I am. So why do I continue to let them cross my boundaries? Or um, why do I feel like they can somehow treat me this way? I feel like that's the realization where something is changing here. Giving up on something, getting an offer of truth, or this feels to me like a realization, giving up on supporting someone, not having regret about no longer taking action. This seems to me like whoever's dealing with this, did what the other person wanted, regardless of anything. There's just an energy here of putting someone on a pedestal. Tell me about the overall energy for Taurus. Putting someone on a pedestal that more than likely does not deserve it. Perseverance, yeah. This is like someone questioning, why do I go above and beyond for this person when they're not willing to do that for me? That's the indication here. Introvert, yeah. This is like, I need to make a change. I need to give up on this situation. There could be a hope here that there will be reciprocation, but it's just never happening. Saying there won't be regret or disappointment about giving up on this situation. Yeah, live and learn, a lesson learned. What this feels like to me is someone goes above, the one dealing with this goes above and beyond to show their loyalty, to show their love, to show that they care. And it's getting to the point where the other person feels like it's expected and there's nothing given in return. So I feel like the energy here is saying that someone is having the realization, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to put a stop to this. It's about learning a lesson. I don't know that the relationship is ending, but it's definitely changing. This could be a friendship. This could be love. It could be family. Just take it how it resonates. So tell me about the situation for Taurus. Ten of Swords. There could be an abrupt ending here. The thing about it is the one who's doing the thing is not going to like that they're not going to get the same treatment once the other decides to take a stand here. Page of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and the Fool in reverse, Aries, Aquarius, King of Wands in reverse. So the boundaries that are going to be set here is I'm not going to overgive to you or give more to you when I'm not receiving anything in return. And the thing about it is it's very interesting, especially in, well, in my experience, especially in friend groups, when they see that you're not going to give to them the way you were before, how they just suddenly disappear instead of reciprocating that. Ten of Swords, Page of Swords, the Fool in reverse, Ace of Swords, Six of Wands, Nine of Cups in reverse. Yep. This is someone saying, I'm not happy in the relationship. This does feel like something that's coming to an abrupt end because things are changing. This is a situation of whether it's love, friends, family, whoever, this is about finding out who your true friends are, who your true family is, who's going to stick around when they're just not in it for what they can get out of it. Because this is saying if they're not getting wish fulfillment, then they're not taking a risk or a leap of faith on the relationship. And this is whenever this is communicated. Recognition of communication or a message of bad news. Truth and clarity leads to a harsh ending. Ace of Swords, Six of Wands, Nine of Cups in reverse. Queen of Coin in reverse. Eight of Cups in reverse. Lovers in reverse, yep. It's saying someone's using logic over emotion. We had that Queen of Cups in reverse, that was what got this started for me, is someone is not in this relationship from an emotional standpoint. They're in it from a logical standpoint, which tells me I'm not in this relationship because I love you or care about you. I'm in this relationship because I want to see what I can get from you. I'm using a logical approach in regards to this relationship. Whereas the one who's dealing with this is giving their heart and soul to the other person. That's why they're trying to show how much they care by doing for the other. But that's just not being reciprocated. And the truth and clarity of that will become clear once the other sets their boundaries. Tell me about the situation for Taurus. Overload. Yep. This is about burdens. I'm telling you, this feels like a harsh ending to me. Merit making. I feel like the one who's dealing with this is trying to communicate this in order. I feel like they're hoping to receive or hoping that there'll be reciprocation in regards to balancing out the relationship. But I feel like the one who's ending it harshly is the one who's no longer being put on a pedestal. Libation. Yeah, this is about giving, donating, giving something freely. Tell me about the outcome for Taurus. It's saying if they're not getting something for free any longer, then they're thinking logically, I'm not getting wish fulfillment, so I'm not taking a risk or a leap of faith on it. That's a very cold way of looking at a relationship. Tell me about the outcome. The High Priestess in reverse, Pisces energy, the Star, Aquarius energy, and the Knight of Swords in reverse, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. There's a lot of like air energy. You could be dealing with an air sign. Doesn't have to be. A secret being revealed or someone not using their intuition. So I feel like the one dealing with this is not expecting the relationship to end, but that's exactly what's going to happen. More than likely, it's going to. What I feel like there's going to be distance created, or the communication's going to slow down or come to a stop. It's like a fading away of a relationship, is what it feels like to me. And I don't think that the one who's dealing with this really expected that, by being honest, by um, setting boundaries. That's what this is about. So, the one dealing with this has set boundaries, and the other person didn't like the boundaries that was set. So therefore, if you're going to put boundaries on me, then I don't want anything to do with this. I mean, that tells you everything you need to know about the other person. High Priestess in reverse, the Star, Knight of Swords in reverse, High Priestess in reverse again, Two of Wands in reverse, and the Ten of Cups. Let me get some more. High Priestess in reverse, Two of Wands in reverse, Ten of Cups. Page of Cups, Temperance, and the Ace of Coin in reverse. Yeah. This is like, if you're not doing what it takes to make me happy, then I don't want to be bothered. This is definitely someone who was taking advantage of the other because of what they were doing for them. But on the flip side of this is also saying that having this realization, setting these boundaries, seeing things for how they really are, is what's going to bring the growth. It's what's going to bring the balance, the healing. That's what this is saying here. It's saying that in reality, this person isn't good for you. And it's better to put your focus elsewhere in order to have balance, in order to have healing in this situation. Because what the one dealing with, or the one dealing with this, doesn't realize is that they're being hurt while they're trying so hard to show how they care for someone else. They're being hurt at the same time. Um, and that can also be another realization that someone will be having here, or is having. Tell me about the outcome for Taurus. Compromise. See, this Page of Cups is a message of love. This is the one dealing with this trying to. There's going to be a conversation here, and I feel like the one dealing with this, the one who's having the conversation, is feeling confident that there will be reciprocation. I think the surprise is going to be that it's not, that this person is going to slowly or instantly fade away. Um, and that's what this High Priestess in reverse is. It's a secret being revealed, but it's something unknown being revealed to the one who's dealing with this. This is like, oh, I didn't realize. It's honestly, I didn't realize how little you cared. you know, Vow, wish, or hope. You also have worship. But that's what the Star is, hoping or wishing. So this could be someone hoping or wish. It's like leaving one thing behind to take action towards something else. I hope that in having this conversation that this will change things in order to have balance. But it's not, because this person is like, if I can't get what I want, or if I'm no longer getting what I want from you, then what's the point in having the relationship? That's the way their energy is coming off. See, profession, this is like the Eight of Pentacles, working towards something, but see, it's saying this person isn't going to work on things. Tell me about the advice for Taurus. King of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Hanged Man, Pisces energy, and Six of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah. This is saying I care about this person, but I'm feeling stuck. This is the one dealing with this. I care about this person, but I feel stuck because there's an imbalance or a lack of equal give and take. King of Cups, the Hanged Man, Six of Pentacles in reverse. Needing to make a decision. Hanged Man on the Hanged Man, and the Nine of Coins. So the advice is saying, because the one who's dealing with this cares about the other person, there's a decision here to be made. In this situation, someone's feeling stuck. The advice here is saying there's an imbalance here. There's a lack of equal give and take. You're better off on your own. This is a lesson. Like I said, this is a lesson someone needs to learn about how they allow other people to treat them. This is a lesson on learning if the relationship isn't being reciprocated, if it isn't give or take, equal give and take, then it needs to be reconsidered. Or once again, boundaries need to be set. If you set up boundaries and someone does not respect those boundaries or walks away when you do set boundaries, that means they never intended on respecting your boundaries to begin with. Two Swords, the Hanged Man, Nine of Coins. Queen of Wands, the Empress. Yep. It's indicating you deserve better. You deserve to be treated better. And that's the lesson that is being learned here, is to be in this Empress energy, to be able to receive just as you give. Nine of Wands. Yep. Saying by staying in this, there's once again unequal give and take, unequal giving or receiving. It's saying you're blocking, by staying in this, you're blocking yourself from independence or freedom or being better off on your own. And this is going to be another one of those situations where someone doesn't see the big picture until they're out of the relationship or they step back from the relationship. Tell me about the advice for Taurus. Daydream, illusion. See, this is saying I care about this person, but I need to take action and make a decision. And it's saying, this illusion is saying things are not, for the one dealing with this, things are not as they appear to be. And if someone hasn't already saw this clearly, they will when boundaries are set. Adventure, walking away. Yeah. If you're feeling stuck, saying you deserve to receive just as you give, if you're feeling stuck, then you need to walk away. Or once again, this is about changing perception. Changing perception with the Hanged Man. I deserve better. And schedule, management, plan, and organize. Let me get one more for that. Tell me about schedule. Yep. I feel like there is some fear about I feel like in regards to the one who's dealing with this, there is fear about someone speaking their mind or setting their boundaries. I do feel like it's going to happen, but I do feel like there's some nerves behind it. But this is going to be a very eye-opening experience for the one who's dealing with it in regards to how they truly how they're going to really see the other person, because this feels like to me someone who was putting someone on a pedestal, and then once this is said and done they're going to be like, why was I putting this person on such a pedestal when they give so little to me, or they give so little back to me. All right, let's get the closing messages. Closing messages for Taurus. Future happenings. Says you retain your influence in social engagements. Your network expands in scope. You effortlessly establish rapport with others. Significant accomplishments lie within your reach. Your interactions with new individuals grow. The spirit of camaraderie is fostered. Your relationships further solidify. Courage and valor persist and flourish. And at the bottom it says, what we think, we become. Buddha. All right, let's get the last oracles. Messages for Taurus. You have distorted view, perspective, which is literally what I've been talking about. A change in perspective is needed to view you or the situation with compassion. The root core of pain is often associated with how you may view yourself or the situation from a wounded place. Choosing to heal this brings the broken pieces back together to create a healthy viewpoint. Yes. And on the bottom is intuition, wisdom, gifts. Honor your innate ability to see psychically and trust your gut feelings. Trust your guidance and the vibrations you feel. When you truly step into your abilities, all of your senses rush in. Look into expanding your gifts by taking classes, journaling, meditating, and listening to your inner voice. All right, Taurus, that is what I have for you. If you enjoyed the reading or if it resonated, please hit the like button. Subscribe. What? Subscribe if you like. I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.